Brunch, a taste of Tobago, just bobbing my head a little bit to our theme song there. It's a wonderful day. It's a proud day. It's a proud moment for me. I feel like a proud aunt. Yeah, I feel like an auntie today. Our next guest, I am so privileged because I've had the chance, I've had the opportunity to really see her evolve, to really watch her grow. She's an awesome performer, awesome vocalist, and definitely a unique talent here in Tobago. And one of the things that really stands out is, that support, that family support, and we're going to touch on that in just a few. But before we do that, let me introduce my niece, Kerrecia.
Good morning.
Good morning, my boo-boo. How are you?
I'm great. And how are you?
Girl, I good and all.
I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah, I have been waiting to have the opportunity to talk to you because I'm seeing you, on various platforms. I'm seeing you, still performing, still representing, the Tobago daughter, the Tobago, person, your style, the energy, the flow that you bring to the music, the way you speak. You give us that Tobago rhythm in everything that you do, and I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Good morning to Culture B. I just had to say that, and I want to thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful daughter. I want to thank you for all of the support. Yeah, as her father, thank you so much. So back to you.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit. Well, I have my own experiences with you, but in terms of viewers, how did it start for Kerrecia?
Okay, so this year would make it approximately 20 years since I first started performing.
Right.
So that would have been around the age of 8, somewhere between 8 and 9. My dad would always go out performing. Him and a friend by the name of Chama. He's now deceased. And they would practice at home. And I would always be hearing them practicing, and I would always say, oh gosh, all the camera is holding up, please, I could sing, and I would this, and I'd be like, no, you're too small. When I get older. So one day I beg, until he gave in and decided to actually take me with them to perform. Well, mash up the place. So I said, well, I did good. So you had to carry me on next time. And that was it. I just kept going. Officially recorded my first song when I was about probably 10 years old. That was in Trinidad. And I took a little break from the music for a while. I did football. So I was on the National Girls Under 15 football team. We went to Singapore for the first Youth Olympics. So we would have played there. So I took a little break from the music, focused on my academics and my football and stuff. After I finished high school, I attended the Signal Hill Secondary School. I did A-levels at Bishop's.
Right.
So I kind of furthered the football career. I was thinking about pursuing a career in football, and then the love for the music just came back.
Yeah.
So I started back on my musical journey in 2014 with a song entitled My Bam Bam. I know some persons might remember it. And from then, it's just been going great.
Music is something, I always say it's a force. And when it calls you, answer.
True.
That is most creatives, most writers and musicians, that is the same story. You go and you do all these other things, you delve into other things, you pursue other careers. Somehow it comes back to music.
Yes, so true.
Yeah. So in school, what was it like for you? Did you perform a lot at school?
Yes, I did. From primary school straight up to secondary school, whatever talent competitions they would have, I made sure and enter. School so come on our competitions, always entered, made it to the finals in Trinidad, couple of years. Whatever in school competitions that had anything to do that I could perform, I was there. And whether it was football, I was there as well. I was the captain of the Signal Hill team for a number of years. We even had an all-star team that went to Barbados. We won the Barbados Cup. I can say that I proudly scored the winning goal as the captain. Yes, I had a lot of fun moments at school.
One thing that I can say, and I can say this without question or pause, going to Trinidad and competing in Trinidad, there was definitely no other competitor doing what you do.
No, there definitely was
I knew
not.
it.
Definitely, because my style is more of a cross between dancehall and soca. So what I brought to the table, there weren't any other competitors there that was doing what I was doing. And I even got sabotaged a number of times.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But my dad was always there supporting. He
Yeah, the
always let me know
support.
they could try to take the title, but they can't take your talent.
Exactly.
And you would always have that. So the ground would be saying, you, even if they put someone else's name on the paper, you know, the crowd was saying, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you see, that is the thing. The voice of the people is like the almighty voice. You know, a lot of performers, whether you're Grammy Award winning or not, there's something to be said for people loving you or people believing in you.
Yeah.
And to me, that is even so much more powerful than the trophy and the medals, because it's the voice of the people. So it's that powerful voice, it's that spiritual enlightenment that says, okay, there's so many of us, you know, accomplished, whether you are a teacher, any sphere, and you may not necessarily have the plaques and, you know, the commemorative things that say, okay, well, I did this and I did that. But the people remember you, and the people show you the love.
Yeah.
So that is even more than having that trophy or that medal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah. So what was it like for you? Because at sometimes you may have been probably one Tobagonian in the rush, or, you know, basically fighting the fight for Tobago. Because you're an ambassador, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
To be honest, at times it was a bit overwhelming. I used to be a bit nervous, even though I've been doing it for a while. You know, performing in front of different crowds. You know, nobody knows you. Other schools would have had the students there to support their representative or whatever is the case. But, you know, we could not carry children from Tobago to Trinidad just to support. So everyone else would be performing and they would have their people in the crowd cheering on. But when it was time for me to perform, all I had was my lone supporter, which was my dad. No, that was enough for me because he would be in the crowd and I would look at him and feed off of his energy. And you would swear, I know everybody in the crowd and everybody railing and chanting for me. Yeah. So it's basically a mind thing. Because people wouldn't always know your song. When I came out, nobody knew my songs because I didn't have songs on the radio, no songs on rotation. Social media wasn't as big back then. So when I go to perform, a lot of people never knew what I was singing. And so I can't go, well, okay, yeah, they know the song, so I don't have to do much. I always have to make my lyrics work for me because they're listening. They don't know you, so they're listening. And they know a Tobago crowd is a very hard crowd. They're not going to be moved easily, so they would listen. So I always pay keen attention to my lyrical content in my music because I know once they're there, they're listening.
And I think too, Kerrecia, it's all about what you do in the moment. Like, for instance, nobody knows your song. You're on a Trinidadian stage. And so this is a do or die kind of thing. So you either take it and run with it, or you let it get the better of you. Yeah, and that it's a choice.
But I never allowed it to get the better of me. Not one day, no, sir.
Yeah. Because your dad, he was always pushing you.
100%.
Regardless of the negatives. Because there would be.
There definitely will, because as I said when I started, was a very tender age, and he would be carrying me to shows all over Tobago. Those times we didn't have transportation, so we'd actually have to travel. It'd have a couple of times we might get someone to hire, but most of the times he have me on his back or on his neck, late night traveling to get to these shows just for me to be able to do what he realized I love doing.
Right.
Now, it might have had some parents that would say, no, we're not encouraging that, we're not this, we're not, still, man, study your work and whatever. But you see the balance now, my mom and my dad. My mother don't mix matters. So if your grade's not up, I would have had to take a back step with our music. So I had to make sure and balance out everything, whether it's football, homework, music, whatever is the case, spelling bee, maypole, whatever it is that I chose to do, I had to make sure that there was balance. Because without your schoolwork, what you're really achieving?
Yeah. And and that's the thing, the balance. The balance has to be there.
Yeah. You can't be too focused on one side and neglect the other side.
Yeah, the balance has to be there. So what are some of the, just for all listeners or viewers, some of your past singles? You're actually dropping Dreams. You're going to be performing for us, and we look forward to that here on Brunch. I might have to take off my shoes because I, in case I want to break it down, I might have to take off the shoes. But what are some of, just bring us through memory lane a bit, some of the singles that you had.
So let me start from, so the first song that I would have professionally and officially recorded was a song entitled What a Gwan. That was with my dad. So it was a song basically talking about the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago and trying to tell the youths, okay, stay away from the crime, try to go down the right path and that type of thing. Afterwards is when I would have took the hiatus and then I came back with My Bam Bam. That was a soca. Afterwards, I would have done another soca called What Da Walk. And there are so many afterwards songs like Life Story, Prayer, Dreams, The Fight, a lot of songs. I would have released a lot of songs within those years.
And what about working with the studio? What is that like for you?
Well, I usually work with different studios. I'm currently managed by Reality Entertainment and they're based in Trinidad. So before the pandemic, I would have gone to Trinidad and recorded a number of songs. But then COVID hit and that wasn't really, I wasn't able to do that. And then I got pregnant. So that was another thing that hampered me from going down and recording and stuff. So I usually record at Article Fire Studio, that's Outer World Entertainment in Georgia. I also recorded at Empire, that's in Goodwood, and a number of different studios. I try to work with different producers and me and everybody cool, so it's a cool scene.
Yeah, and I think it's all about, you see, here's the thing. It's all about being able to not just adapt, but it's all about having that mindset. Well, I could work with anyone. I could shine anywhere I go. Most of the times, and too many times to mention, we have a mentality that is not so positive. And so we don't embrace one another. If we have one little circle here, that's where we stay and that's where we dwell. And sometimes it's not for the betterment. It's not for our culture going further. So I love the fact that you're able to, because it's a powerful thing to be able to go into any space and be able to work with the people there. And that is because you have that balance. You have that balance at home. Your dad is a wonderful artist as well. And so he passed it on.
So true.
And he passed it on even before you knew that is what he was.
And I have an older brother and he actually started singing before me, but he didn't stick with it for long. He came out first. But he didn't stay in it too long.
All right. So we're going to come back, guys. We're going to come back with a little more Kerrecia. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys soon. back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, before I even started this interview, I told you guys I felt like a proud aunt. And it's so amazing when you're able to see, the sons and daughters evolve and grow and become virtuous men and women, prideful Tobagonians and showcasing their culture without question or pause. And such persons we need to highlight, we need to bring attention to. And my honey on the side here, she's no different. Kerrecia is with me on the brunch set, and we were having a discussion before we went to the break. And what is next? Like, what's next for you?
Right now, I'm just focused on working on my craft. I would have basically been away from the music fully since COVID and the pregnancy. So
Right.
I'm thinking about doing something for the Tobago Carnival because I haven't done a soca in a while. And, well, my dad is the defending Tobago Stars of Soca.
Oh, yes.
So
Congratulations.
I might come for his title. I never know. I'm still thinking about it. I'm not
Yeah.
too sure if to leave him to reign a bit or if to come and take it
come
now.
and take it.
Yes. So I'm still thinking.
But I don't think he would mind, right? If you take it. You think he'd mind if you take the title from him?
For me to have all that bragging rights at home for the next year, I'm not too sure.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure how you take it.
Oh my gosh. But it's like, so what is your house like? Is it like always filled with music? Is it always like a buzz?
Yes, it is. Okay, so at home, it's 5 of us. So my mom, my dad, my brother, myself, and my daughter. She loves music as well.
Right.
So when I'm getting ready for work or getting ready to go anywhere, I like to listen to music. When my brother is doing his workouts, because he loves workouts, he's working out, he's bathing, anything, he's playing music. When my mom is cleaning, washing, or anything, she's playing music. When he's cleaning the yard, washing on the car, he's playing music. So music is always playing at home. Everybody loves, it's a musical family.
Definitely. And what about the genres? Did you guys have like, because for instance, when we were growing up, our house was always like a big ball of various types of music.
Yeah, so we have some soca, we have some dancehall, we have some R&B, we have hip hop, we have a little gospel. Sometimes on a Sunday we would start it off with some gospel.
Nice.
It's just a whole mixture of all the genres basically from day to day.
Yeah. So do you see, your babies, well they're not they're not a baby anymore, but getting involved in music?
Yes, because I'm not too sure if you're familiar with the artist from Jamaica. His name is TJ, and he has a song called Drift, and it has a dance going now. The song is going viral on TikTok, and as soon as that instrumental comes on, not even the song, she knows how to differentiate that instrumental from all other instrumentals or rhythms.
There you
and
go.
as it comes on, she will take off and head in front of the TV and start she will dance. Yeah.
So you see, it starts.
Yeah. Even when my dad's song is playing, she would get up and dance. Other songs would play and she would just be there normal, but she has songs that she likes.
Yeah, and it starts that early. And you know what I like too? She's getting that opportunity to see you be successful. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's so important to see ourselves represented.
True.
It's so important for our sons, daughters, nieces, nephews to see us being successful.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
And that would encourage her as well. And I always say no matter what path she decides to go in life, once it's the right path, definitely I would be supportive because my parents were always supportive of me and my brother. So I would definitely be there 100% to guide her along the way, make sure she makes the right decisions. If she needs transportation, if she needs help, if she wants to play football, whatever it is she wants to do, I'm not going to try to dictate or say, well, you have to do this or you have to do that. I will feel her out and see what she likes. And once I know that it's something positive, I will give her that push in that direction.
Definitely. But where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Let's say I'll bring it down to 5, the next 5 years.
To be honest, the way things are going today, I just want to be alive and well.
There you
seeing
go.
my child thriving and doing her best, having my parents and my brother and all my loved ones alive and well. That's the biggest goal for me, to be very honest.
Yeah. And you know, one of the things that I absolutely love, and I have to touch on it before I go, you are so humble. Oh my gosh, it's refreshing. Because in my experience, I have experienced quite a bit. And so the attitudes are not always welcoming. Yeah, that's saying it nicely, putting it nicely. But you're always very humble. Your humility, it speaks volumes because you come, because I've watched you so much over the years. You come, you know, and she's just quiet. She comes, she sits, waits her turn, and then boom, on stage, and it's like, okay, so that's the girl that was there sitting down there quiet.
Yeah, I came from very humble beginnings because growing up, it wasn't easy. We didn't have things as easy as some other families might have had it, but my parents always made sure that we were well fed, our clothes were clean, we always had our school books, clothes, shoes, everything. So growing up in that type of way, it gives you a certain appreciation for the smaller things in life and makes you look at life a little different to other people. So I would always give respect. My mother grew me up to always say good morning, say good night, excuse me, thank you. You know the little things?
Yes.
You know the same manners make it
Those
man?
values.
Yeah. She grew me up with a lot of I love Shabbat.
Good morning, mommy.
Morning. Right now, she home babysitting. She's the official babysitter. She's the only person that babysits my daughter. So, yeah.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Bless mommy's
I appreciate
heart.
her so much.
Yes. And I hope you're watching because Kerrecia loves you and she said it on air. So I just wanted to just reiterate that. You know, so tell me about dreams before we wrap. Are you writing? Do you write your own stuff?
Yes, I do.
Great.
Yeah.
Tell me about dreams.
So the idea for the song came about when I got the rhythm from my manager, KG. I was trying to think about what I could do on this rhythm that would be something different because, you know, you get different rhythms and you have to vibe. You get the vibe off of it. So sometimes you get the rhythm and you hear something in your head. You might take it down one part, you might take it down the next part. So I just listen to the rhythm and listen to what the rhythm is saying to me.
Right.
And I wanted to do something positive, something for the youths, something that would encourage and inspire. Definitely. So that's where the idea came from.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm so happy that you're doing what you love to do. I cannot stress that enough. I think that too many of us are waking up and we just go into work and we don't want to be there. We don't love our jobs. We're living just a mere piece of what our existence should be.
Yeah.
You know, we're not getting into our talents. We're not creating. We're not, you know, delving into what the Almighty has bestowed upon us. And so I'm so glad that you are in this place, in this time. You know, you're living your truth. You are so respectful of your family. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing because families are breaking apart today. And so it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful support system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we wrap? You had a good time talking with me?
Oh, definitely. Should have been longer. So before I forgot to mention D-Nice, that's Nice Nation. He's also a producer that I work with. I want to say big up to my co-workers at the Agricultural Development Bank.
Right.
Big up to my mom at home, my brother, my friends, everybody. Just everybody who supports Kerrecia, who has been supporting me and continues to support me regardless of whatever. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love you all.
And how do we reach you? Bookings, etc. Where are you?
So for bookings, you all can contact me at 394-8498. via Instagram at Kerrecia95. Facebook, it's Kerrecia, just Kerrecia, Kerrecia. Or WhatsApp, you can WhatsApp 472-8923.
All right. Right. So, you know what? Let's wrap because we really want to get into Kerrecia's performance. So, that's it for us. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. Go out, live, love life. We'll see you back on Monday. But before I go, our trivia question. Remember, I told you this was a good one, right? How did Sandy Point, located in Crown Point, Tobago, get its name? Now, guys, the history behind this is it means so much because it changed Tobago's history as well as other parts of the Caribbean. Sandy, the name Sandy, was a slave revolutionary. He had led the first slave revolt right here in Tobago in the year 1770. He then escaped from capture and swam or took a boat to Trinidad from the area in Crown Point, which is today called Sandy Point. So let us remember our pioneers, let us remember our trailblazers. Someone was brave enough to put a stint in slavery, put a stint in colonialism, and we changed that entire trajectory in our history. So we forever remember Elder Sandy for his work, for his bravery. And that's it for brunch today, a taste of Tobago. So we're going to see you guys on Monday. And from our family to yours, we wish you peace, love, and light. See you guys Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye. And we are back on Tobago Updates Television. And we take the time to welcome Kerrecia doing her hit single Dreams, dropping today. Take it away, Kerrecia. Hey!
Your reality.
It's a reality.
Me have a message for youths. Me just want to make them know, say, never allow anyone to limit your potential. And remember, your environment does not define who you are. You see, once you work hard and you believe in a God, success is inevitable. Listen what me I tell you. Me no want see no more R.I.P. No want see no face print on no whitey. Every ghetto you would be who you want be, and no make them tell you can't do it, dog. If full of struggles in life, the road rough and it tough. Just one on the faith, don't you ever give up. Keep away from bad company, this a no joke. Before your lifespan get revoked. So keep chasing your dreams. The limit is the sky. The sky, so hold your head up high. So follow your dreams. The limit is the sky. The sky, so hold your head up high. Me have to tell you this, listen me now. Your future bright, it's a glistening now. Ensure you set a good foundation. Go to school and get your education. Dog, to achieve what you want, you have to work hard. You're going to die young if you want to live fast. Graveyard full, no more space, not the mag. Every day another mother hold a belly and ball. Find a balance between work and play. Wasted time are your biggest mistake. Not put up for tomorrow, what you can do today. If you're not academically inclined, learn trade. You can't make a living off crime. You go and get a body bag or jail time. Everything what my grandmother say is true. The devil find work for the idle hands to do, yo. So keep chasing your dreams. The limit is the sky. The sky, so hold your head up high. So follow your dreams. The limit is the sky. The sky, so hold your head up. Me no want see no more R.I.P. No want see no face print on no white tee. Every ghetto you would be who you want be. And no make them tell you can't do it. Hey, if full of struggles in life, the road rough and it tough. Just go on all the faith, don't you ever give up. Keep away from bad company, this a no joke. Before your lifespan get revoked. Yeah, and that's reality. Kerrecia. Caution. Your dreams, the sky. Hold your head up high.